All right, Nvidia update here on the 28th. So it looks to me like this is just a fifth wave higher. 3, 4, 5. The length of the first wave, we take it here to the bottom of the fourth wave. It takes it all the way up here to 146 bucks. So potentially Nvidia goes all the way up to 146 bucks. There might be a small gap up there actually. Let me see. No, it's already been filled. So there's no gaps for Nvidia to fill. One thing that I'm going to be watching is I'm going to be watching this head and shoulders here. If it breaks above 140.75, if it really breaks above 143, that'd pretty much take this head and shoulders out. But this is kind of what I was leaning towards. I didn't make a video earlier, but leaning towards higher just because a lot of times at the end of these moves, you get the biggest part of the move or the most explosive part of the move at the end. And so most people are already sold out of their positions, and then all of a sudden the market just goes up like crazy at the very last 5% or whatever. So Nvidia can keep on going, maybe up to 146 or so. I still think it's coming down here though. There's no supply zones up here. I still think that we're gonna at least see something like this. Pull back to like 123, or worst case scenario, you get this right away. So I do think Nvidia is going to revisit 70 bucks at some point, but we'll see where it opens tomorrow. Right now, it's opening right where that top is from over here. That would bring it into a head and shoulders pattern. So something to watch tomorrow. I have one call that I bought today just because I thought that it would probably go up. I'm going to sell that right at the open tomorrow. And I don't care what it does from there. It's overextended. It's time to pull back, even if it is already bottomed, which I don't think it is. So Nvidia, a little bit more upside. We'll see what happens. Then we got SPY. My count is a little bit different now. I think that this is the fact that we're probably going to go higher here. I don't like any type of bull count here or any type of impulse count. I just don't. It's just too sideways. Pretty much eliminate all of these. I was adding those just in case, but if this ends up being wrong, I'll add them back. Basically, I'm looking at this as WXY. My W wave actually ends right here. I'll show you why. We start here on the 7th. The B wave ends on the 21st, 14 days. This ends on the 2nd. It's about half the time of AB. And so we get ABC, ABC, and then we get a 5-wave move. We get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no real particular reason why it ends there. That's just where I think it ended. It's a very, very shallow X wave. And then we get another 5-wave move up. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've talked about this before. This was a really strange extended C wave. They got it done quick. So A, B, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. Right down to the 200 DMA. We bounced immediately, went up immediately. So I'm looking at this whole thing as WXY. So that means these are all ABC moves. So we have A, B, C, ABC pullback, and then now we're looking at A, B, C. Up here, my target is going to be the 1.61 fib, which is around 622. So that's about 4 to 5% higher from here. And that would create a new all-time high. From there, we'll see how it goes. There's two different ways it can play out. I think it could go like this, or I think that we just drop back down here, maybe make a running flat, maybe make an expanded flat. We don't know yet. Based on my targets, if that is the top, and everything starts falling, then you could see lower lows potentially than 481. So we'll see how it goes. That's SPY and that's Nvidia. I expect Apple to participate in the rally big time. So we'll see if that plays out. If it's going to go to 620, I think Apple is going to at least need to go. It's going to at least need to go to 210, but probably 220. We know that it's probably not going to fall now. So I think that this is either a triangle and we go higher, or it's some kind of ABC move. Either way, I think we should be headed higher on Apple. Not sure what would cause it to go higher. Maybe there's something with the tariffs, but Apple is severely lagging behind. And if it's going to fall for a C wave, it hasn't really retraced enough. It's only retraced. Yeah, it retraced to the 0.5 fib, but I'm expecting it to go up here to like 238 or at least 220. So we'll see how that goes as well. So Apple, Nvidia is going higher. Apple should be going higher. Amazon already have this drawn up. Maybe up here to like, maybe it could have already topped out too on this one. This could end up just retracing a little bit more. Maybe to 209 and then come down. Or maybe 215, come down. But you can see here, start buying at 196. I'll be buying in this area if we get a dip. And Tesla. Tesla is just really hard for me to play here. I mean, they're buying puts pretty heavily here. It's just like one of those spots where I don't really want to mess with it either way. So I really haven't been trading this one hardly at all, which is pretty unusual. But I think that it's likely 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Today was a fourth wave, so you're probably going to get a move up here tomorrow to complete the overall third wave. Maybe a little bit of sideways action and then another move up after that. Probably going to 400. So what else do we have here? We have Google. So if everything's going to go higher, I expect Google to go higher too. I think Google can hit 185. That is the 1.61 fib of this move right here. And I think this is probably kind of in the same area as SPY. Just one more C wave up here to 184, 185, and then that would be the overall A wave. Or it could end up being the B wave. However, there's a gap up here, so you're going to see this, or you're going to see down here to 110. Those are the two options right there. What's interesting about this is parallel line, bring it down here to this gap at 155. It basically goes to the 201 gap up there. And last thing to go over is the VIX. The VIX, there's a demand right here. It hit it today at 1873. Maybe a small warning sign, but it looks like we're going higher. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. It already bounced out of this, so I guess it can go lower now if it really wants to. It looks like it's going to have to go lower if the market's going to go up to 620. So not really that much to say on the VIX other than there is no bullish divergence on this at all. So it can technically just keep on dropping if it wants to. It just hit this demand zone today, so I can get rid of that. That doesn't matter anymore. It can just keep on going down if it wants. On the weekly, we don't have any bullish divergence either. So at this point, this could keep on dropping. We'll see how it goes. It probably will keep on dropping until SPY gets up. And now you can see it's pumping. It's all of a sudden pumping. What pumped now? Something else went up to get that up another $2. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. Apple's going up a little bit. I was just looking at Google. Amazon. The video didn't really move. Amazon didn't move. What did Meta or Microsoft? Yeah, Meta's up a decent amount after that. It's about 1% up. And Microsoft up a little bit. AMD. So AMD, I didn't go over this yet. I expect this to hit 130 or 125 to 130. I was going to make a video earlier, but I didn't get around to it. I was going to say in that video, I was going to say you need to make sure that you're ready for a move higher, because this is actually a spot where you make a lot of money, because most people have already they're already positioning their portfolio for it to go down. And it does take a little bit more risk to go long here, but you usually get rewarded. So I think that's what's going to happen. Probably going to hit 615, 620. And I think after that, could pull back to 530, could make new lows on the S&P. We'll see. And we'll see if this even plays out tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we open up down. You never know. If that happens, I'll have to change the count. But right now, it looks like it's going straight up to 620 here soon. That's it for this update. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.